Hi, Elise here from Timeless Tea. Thanks for joining me again. Today is going to be a little bit of a talk about what's in your tea. I would like to use this opportunity to hopefully get you just thinking about where you buy your tea and hopefully encourage you to maybe just look more closely even at the small print that's on the back of the tea packet. So yeah, strap yourself in. On when was it? 2 weekends ago, I was at a festival and I had many discussions with women in particular about a certain tea loose leaf brand that they had been sampling, which was very sweet. And in fact, their children, 2 of the 4 women I spoke to had teenage children who were absolutely in love with one particular type of tea. And at first I was like, oh, well, you know, it's just coincidence. I don't really need to look into this. I like to focus on my passion, which is producing, you know, natural, organic, if I could possibly do that, pesticide free at the top, enriching, supportive tea. And when you have it, you can feel the cleanliness of it. So that's and I love producing that, and it's helped me on my path. So I really feel like I need to give back with that. It's a deep passion of mine. And so I sort of refused to look into this. So it's been a couple of weeks and I've done a couple of videos and I'm getting more comfortable in this setting. And it just kept popping back up, this particular company. And I was just like, well, it's like bugging me. It's like a fly. Go away. But I thought, okay, I'm going to have to look into it. What is the deal with this? And then I reflected on this last conversation I had with a beautiful woman who is quite aware of herself. And the last discussion I had at the festival was about the tea her daughter was drinking from this company was just warm cordial. And I felt my body just go, well, that doesn't feel right. So tonight, my husband and I, we researched this company, and I thought, well, you know, let's disprove all this, and just because my heart is still going, okay, this can't be. This company's been around for a long time, and there is an element of trust with a tea company for some reason. You know, with food, we know that the lid's blown off that, and we know, oh, whoa, hey, a lot of this stuff's not healthy for us. Artificial stuff going everywhere. And it's in our supermarkets. We're aware of this. And then we have the choice. We go, okay, well, it's expected now, so I'm going to read what's on the back of this label. And if I choose something that's crap, I know it's crap, okay? And you got the responsibility because the lid's blown right open with this. With tea, the expectation is that it's healthy, and especially when it's marketed as tea or a tisane, which is a herbal blend without the actual camellia plant in it, which is your tea plant, right? Your tea leaves that are dried. There is an element of trust there, and where you've got health conscious people. So back to this conversation I was having with this woman, it made me go, what is it? Who is this aimed at as well? So it's so sweet that it's like cordial. So I'm like, and again, I was like, feeling a little bit fiery. And I'm like, oh. So let's just say that I was a little bit disappointed to find that what this woman was saying, this beautiful, aware woman was saying about it being like warm cordial, probably is putting it really nicely. And so I just want to take this opportunity to say, just keep your eyes open. And it's not like anti anyone, but this is like, you know, knowledge is power. So it's kind of like educating you in a way just to read, even on your tea, even if it says organic or whatever, just read the label in small print, because what I found was, it was really quite upsetting, because the tea culture is something that runs through ancient times. You can trace it right back, like, medicine woman, shamanism, and medicine man. Like, and you look at the tea Zen aspect of the Japanese culture, the monks, the meditations that were coming from, they used it as a way of life. This was massive. And then you can trace it through to the gong fu, so kung fu, like, ceremonies, and the Japanese still have a type of ceremony they use today, clearly. And I study this, and I love this, and the depth, and it's like this constant, this common denominator with it is that it's health focused. Whether it's like the beautiful merging, the melding between the physical, right, where you're like taking your time, and there's a tangible item, there's something there that you're doing, something that you're holding, and then a stillness. It's like the bridge between spirituality and that which we cannot explain, the subtle energy systems and the physical. And that's such a powerful tool for us to use, even just to relax ourselves. Even if you're not into awareness whatsoever, you can use this and sit with anyone. And if you focus on the warm liquid, then hey, you can just relax. There's this element there that's still there today with it. And my thing is that if you end up introducing additives, if you introduce sugar, like massive amounts, so that it tastes like cordial, additives and things that I don't even understand, like, okay, so listen up to the ingredients. Glucose syrup, fructose, modified starch, E1414, thickener E401, antioxidant E300, acidifier E330, anti-caking agent E341, colour E150D. Oh my God, what are we doing? Is this a tool that we can use to empower ourselves? So let's just look into this. Okay, so be aware if there's anything that you don't recognize, any ingredient that you don't recognize in this particular concoction that you're holding up, do not purchase it. I implore you, because it's an ancient way of taking medicine, is you brew it in hot water, right? So think of it, you've got a plant that's being shocked and releasing everything that it's got to give you. Now, if we're incorporating in that something that doesn't belong there, something that's not natural, let's have a look, maltodextrin. Okay, this is a recent addition. We don't know what it could do with the herbs. We don't know anything at all. Who owns this particular tea company? A chemical corporation. That's right. A corporation that makes deodorants and household cleaning products is actually, making the tea that we're talking about. What the freak is happening with the world? Honestly. The fact that they can be responsible for deforestation in Sumatra, growing the plantations there for palm oil. Ridiculous. And then, as an extra, it's got food. There is a chance still to be aware that a corporation is running this. Open your eyes. This is real. We are in a structure. There is a chance that they're feeding us some chemical, God knows what. Okay, fine, great. So you have the choice. Do you buy it, or do you go for an alternative? The choice is yours. Natural or not natural? So, I guess now the question is, why does this matter to us? And can we really make a difference? I'd like to think yes. knowledge is power. So simply by reading the ingredients list, the choice is always with you, whether or not to purchase, whether or not to actually even sample something. Going further than that, feel into the company and ask yourself, or even just the tea in general, look around the shop, you know, what sort of teas are on sample if you're in a shop. Is there majority tea wares? Because that'll show you as well that they're in it for profit rather than selling the actual tea. And the style, who it's marketed at. Get a feel for it, because it's the why that makes a difference. You want that passion, you want that connection to empowerment rather than disempowerment, rather than keeping you restricted or staying within a certain structure that is based on corporation mentality, where it's about how can I get you to buy more of a particular product. Well, let's add something like, I don't know, sugar. Do that to get more people to buy. It's not about that. You know, it's a violation. What's happening out there, and we're allowing it, is a violation of the sacredness of tea. Our ancestors would be just hitting the roof if we saw what's happening now. To get more products out there and get more money, as opposed to what it can do for us, what it's opening, you know, even getting conversation started. Oh. So the feeling is so important. So please, 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 please be more aware, and yeah, the choice is up to you.